Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise and shine with me. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. We're going to stay motivated this morning. Got some harsh realities. Just got off the phone with my boy Jackie B. And he was like, man, if it don't make money, then you're a gypsy. And I was just like, ouch, harsh reality. Just got off the phone with him. I didn't know if he was alive or dead. And apparently he was just out here in Vegas and got robbed right in front of the Flamingo. Gunpoint, ribbed in the gun in the side, right in the ribs, 7 G's. And he ran after this guy. And I'm just like, harsh reality is you could afford it. He needed it more. And people only care when they got something in it for them. And that's why we're having this conversation. Saints addiction is now mostly Saints. It's been switched because people don't want to talk about it, and I have to keep it pushing. And that's why I'm consistent with going live. Let's go. So, it's not easy hearing harsh realities. You don't want to hear that you're too fat for a boyfriend. You don't want to hear that you're too poor for an investment. And you definitely don't want to hear that the decisions that you've been making have transpired to the results that you're getting. This is a hard reality. And like I said yesterday, I was all in my head about it, but my hard reality was that I smoke for escapism, I travel for escapism, and I masturbate for escapism. And all those other things could have been a real phone call to a real girl that really loves me, right? Or I could have been putting it inside of a business that's actually producing income. And there's a lot of different shiny objects out there that'll distract us from what our real reality is. And that's when I was just like, oh, fuck, bro. You're dropping knowledge on me this morning that I didn't even see, but it's true. Plastic Pocket Challenge. Not for nothing. Damn, even aluminum pocket challenge here. Jesus Christ. Anybody got kids that pick up after themselves? I think not. And it's unfortunate because that's what it is. It is the truth. And some stuff is options, right? Or opinions, or it's in a realm of perspective where to one extent, both sides of the lane become the road, right? They said there's 2 sides to every story, and then some people say there's 3 sides to every story, and that 3 is the truth. So it's like my opinion based on my emotions and perspective, your opinion based off your emotions and perspective. And if we meet in the middle, usually there's a little third road in between it that no one's seen before. And that's unfortunate because you need to be able to see it, to see the harsh truth. He was saying shiny objects for 10 years trying to chase something, me 10, 15 years chasing Saints addiction, to be part of nomenclature, to be something that rolls off the tongue and someone mentioned before. And the truth is I'm not mentioned for shit. 15 years in the biz and I haven't even sold 15 shirts. I've had a lot of people have interest, especially this hoodie, $100 hoodie, but nobody's cracked any. And I've given out many, made shirts, brought them around the world, and nobody really reordered off of anything. And 7,000 posts later, you don't get what you wanted out of it, right? You wanted to get all this attention, all this fame, and all this money. And the truth is, most of us are unsuccessful. That's a harsh reality. Most of us have tried for something and not gotten what we wanted out of it. And in that world where we're all looking for someone to really love us, or keep the one that keeps us, or be in the game that makes us inside of our brain feel like a winner, there's going to be a bunch of losses. And this has to be accounted for. The loss like a boss, you're not going to want to be lost. Nobody wants to lose, but nobody wants to learn either. They ask. Here we go. They ask. They want to know. Right over top of me, bro. Literally. Yeah, they want to know who's that girl. Nah. Fuck my hair. Every time I wear this hoodie, it wants to do whatever the fuck it wants to do instead of being on the page with me. So that's fine. I'll go get some water, throw down my hair. That's a harsh reality too. That if I leave my hair in one direction, it just stays there. I don't like it, but it's true. And I think that's what ends up happening if we get triggered with our emotions and say, I don't like the way that feel. Then we disregard it. We disregard the process of learning. We disregard the amount of effort and consistency it takes to be actualized, and then we want it to be so simple. We want to point at the screen and be like, that person looks happy, that person looks sexy, and that person looks better at whatever we're doing. Comparison is the thief of joy, and we'll be comparing ourselves all the time to things that are way out of our mind or way out of our effort zone, and we'll be like, why is it not like that? And it's like, again, Ice Cube, how are you going to get like disrespectful or misinterpret or get mad at the effort you didn't put in? And that's exactly what it was yesterday. I was just like, I have to switch this thing that I'm in, my depression, my reality. Go, bro! Yeah! Yeah, their family over there. He's kicking the ball. Oh, with the fadeaway. Good morning, bro. Aloha. Oh, man. It's the effort that counts, bro. It's the effort that counts. And now we got a bunch of kids playing full on workout here on a Monday. Even laptops. This is cool. I never see this out here. Usually it's basketball or football or something, but very cool, very cool. And that's what it is. A new reality, a new decision has to be made of what you want out of your situation instead of the want. It's going to be bigger than a need. It's going to be a find, like I got to find something that works for me instead of against me. I got to find a business that develops income and not just develops my mentality or my hope. It's almost like being a rapper, right? I'm gonna be a rapper. And you're like, okay, bro, right? Who wants to be a rapper now? Who wants to be in retail? Who wants to be really popular and work less and not have to do much to achieve? And then you're in the same situation as everybody else. The harsh reality is there's only a few people. My boy Jackie B just followed me, but like, he don't break bread. He's actually shaking my hand in my truck after I gave him a ride. And he said, I'm gonna throw you $100,000, Marky. Say once I make enough money, you're good to go. And then it goes around to it. It'll never be enough, It might be 10, might be 20, might be 30, and maybe he'll cash out and he'll already forget the handshake. And I appreciate the love. I appreciate the knowledge. I haven't seen him in a lot more than a long time, and I went out overseas for the last 2 years, but to come back in the reality, the harsh reality is people will measure you. They will compare themselves to you or less than you, especially during the holidays. Are you bringing a girlfriend to dinner? Right. No, Mom, just me. That's weird because you're such a good boy. Why can't you just find somebody to just take home, give me grandbabies? And you're like, not as easy as it looks, Mom. And Mom's like, well, back in my day, you had to put yourself out there. And you're like, yeah, Mom, pretty much far as it can go. And I think it was Demetrius Johnson who said that. Like, no, Mom, I'm not bringing anybody. I'm world champion in 3 different UFC, 1 championship, and somebody else. It's still not enough. Meets his father for the first time. He said, tell me about yourself. And he was like, Google me. You know what I mean? Google me, bro. You can figure it out there. And then, I mean, to some of us in our heads, we think as long as I'm Googleable, I've achieved something. And the morning I looked up this morning with AI, and I asked a serious question to AI, and I asked, what are the lies that we tell ourselves? What are the lies that we tell ourselves often and believe is a really distortion, right? There's a way where you're going to be like, oh yeah, this works for me. Comes another motherfucking helicopter. Let's go, let it breathe. And it does. It just fucking creeps up on you, and you're on some, what is my life purpose? Where am I headed? I even read another meme that says you can always go back. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep going in that direction. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like. Whew. There it is. There it is. How many decisions, how many single moms out here with their kids bid into it 10 years ago, into something, and they wish they weren't in it anymore. They wish they didn't have their 3 children. Or what did the one chick have? She had 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and 2 by the other, and had like 5 baby daddies. It was just like 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. She's like, I'm horrible at relationships. That's why I'm single. No, you're single because you're horrible at decisions. Like, a harsh reality of it. Same, I told my ex, I was like, you make bad decisions. I thought it was the worst cap I could come up with, but it's true. It's not you're a slut, you're a dirtbag, fuck you. Those are all the simple stuff. How about you're bad, horrible at making decisions? That's gotta hurt. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. It's on those situations where I got to hear the harsh reality too. You don't want to be called fat? Well, I don't want to be called broke. And some people don't want to be short. I'm 5'7". I never felt short my whole life. But for someone that's a woman that's 5'10", I'm shorter than her. But for other dudes, that's a tall girl. And we do that. We do that in tall order. Like, what do you own? What kind of car are you driving, right? Do you own or rent? You know? How much money have you accumulated? And the truth of it is, I don't have that many friends that are like that. When we were talking about it yesterday, about Google and people getting paid off of this situation right here. No, but not many people are making it. You know, that's the truth of it. There's no one making it. There's people taking it. There's people that will take their money from their country, Libya, Muammar Gaddafi, what's the other dude's name? Saddam Hussein, just really sick African shit. And all these people are starving. And what will they do? They get yachts, gold toilets, and then this thing gets sank. And then you just go, well, if everybody's just into something, this is the dichotomy of it, right? Always talking about dichotomy. If everybody's only interested in things that make money, why did they spend money on things that don't? I'm literally talking about he's got 70% profit margins. I think I just read that Louis Vuitton, old rich uncle of mine, Bernard Arnault, right? My last name's Saint Arnault, right? How are we related, Unc? Third richest man in the world. Their profit margins are 65%. That's high. That's high. That means every time you go to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, bust out your 10 grand, $3,500 of that, or $6,500 of that is all profit. And that's a lot to be swallowed. To be like, wait, so we took about $4 grand to make it, but I value it. And then that's what we know about rich people too, is that they put not the price, but the value. That's how they assess situations. Same when she's her leg, she was like, what's the value of this man? And then you find women that are like, man, bring me somebody that's got money, bring me somebody that's tall, bring me somebody that's got a sense of humor. And they realize, do the hoe math. This is something that we had to do this. Go to hoe_math on YouTube. The guy is really good at explaining things because this doesn't show his face. He only uses his hands, and he's explaining through graphics and drawings and illustrations of what the complications of the thought patterns, where a girl might sleep with Machine Gun Kelly in a 30-girl fucking, almost said three-way, a 30-way, right? And he's banging her out. She wants to get off the circuit. He's still banging her out, still married to Megan Fox, and all these girls are lined up doing the worst that they can, doing the dirty, doing the nasty, and then they go, hey, can you marry me? And in their brain, they're still equated to that guy. Highest guy they've ever fucked, the highest level they can get, they're gonna be like, that's my par. You know, and anybody that's ever golfed know that their par doesn't stay the same, right? Anybody that's ever played anything knows that you don't even look the same. You probably sending photos from 20, 30 years ago going like, yeah, I look just like that. The truth is, you don't. Plastic pocket challenge, multi-use, throw this away. And that's what it is. Every day you're up there trying to measure things and trying to figure shit out. Paper challenge today. And measure ourselves up against other people, not knowing a goddamn thing about their story, their background, or their influence, right? And we'll try to compete. We'll try to compare. And again, envy, you know, it's one of those things. Jealousy is the thief of joy. And we'll just be comparison, measurements, who's got more money, who's taller, who's got the best looks, and then that's all we care about. In the end, when I kept telling them, you know, you're investing in teams. You know, you're going to have to give somebody a shot because you want those high rates of return. You like that 70%. You like that 60% profit margins. You like to get something with 200% return. That's why everybody keeps going into penny stocks and percentages of pennies in cryptocurrencies, right? Everybody wants to be in on Doge or what's the other ones? Ethereum or Bitcoin when they were all pennies, and now it's time to cash in your pennies. And then they're on some people are still investing. Some people wait till the finish line to fuck the winners, and that's exactly what women do. No offense to anybody, it's a harsh reality, but it's true. You know, you're not there for the setup. You're only there once you found the mine. And that's what I told my homie. He wants to go dig for gold out here. Nevada's the 5th largest place in the world for gold, and there's gold out there, and we've done the research, but it's going to take hard work. Mark Twain is absolutely correct. Samuel Davis or whatever his name is, you're going to have to put on some gloves and do some hard work to uncover these things. That's a harsh reality. Digging in yourself and doing the shadow work is another harsh reality. What are the things that I'm doing that drill holes in my canoe? One of mine was smoking weed. I might have to give up. It's addiction. Stop smoking weed on the show. And everybody just thinks I'm just getting high and wanting to smoke. I was like, no, I'm selling 420 products, right? You know, I got my Roken vape right here. Let me get this trash out of my hands. You know what I mean? Sold separately. Get out of my hands. Let me, this thing. Oh, trash. Someone else's trash. I'm just trying to get this out of my hands, you know? But sold separately are the Saints Addiction cartridges. Here, I'm gonna get this out of my hands. This is really annoying. You can't function the same without the same in your hand. Like, why am I carrying someone else's dirty trash and then it's next to my mouth, which is gonna be on this thing that I hit, and I really don't want it to touch my Roken vape at all. It's someone else's trash. Yeah. There you go. There we go. And now I have my own pen. Cartridges sold separately with my free hand. Saints Addiction cartridges. I still get my buzz on. You know, I still like to get high every morning. I still like the escapism. Lord knows it's true. But that's also probably what's hindering me. Anytime I post a weed thing on my LinkedIn or something sexual or mention faceless porn, it's almost like another door closes. And then there's going to be other people that are going to pretend like they're more religious and pious than me, or that they believe in gods, but they're still perverts. And I just said it's mostly saints because that's what it is. You're all mostly a saint, but the truth is that we all got a little devilish in us. Truth, not a lie. Token Roken mentioned Saints Addiction. Get 15% off. I gotta take this off. Say shades, don't want those knocked off either. Yeah. And don't forget, join Weed Club. Of course, the whole sweater came up with the other part, but you know, not for nothing. Gonna have to join Weed Club eventually, and you know, I'm always honest about my flaws, and maybe I give my ammunition to my enemies. Happens to the best of us. And recently it's been deleting my old work, all the hard work I put in, you know. And nobody watches anyway. They're all enemies or people that don't actually want to see me succeed. Girls that want to leave me or misunderstand me, that's all a possibility too. Shit, bro. I'm in it with you. Where is it? There you go. That's more like it. I think my cartridge was on there a little bit. You can finally see the bubble in it. Then it might start flowing, but Bar Pro, about $30. Cartridge sold separately, about the same. Don't want to be quoted, so they don't block me saying that I was trying to sell drugs when I don't even believe weed is a drug. And then you'll get somebody else. I watched a girl in some dude's truck honking the horn, being obnoxious, and she was smoking on the pin, and he called her a drug addict. In my harsh reality, the cops can still see it like a drug, still pull you over, and still put it on your paperwork. So, you know, it's not like they can do it for a CD. If it was just music, you can be addicted to music, but you can't be written up for it. You can't be ticketed or solicited, or, you know, well, it's not solicited. You can't be citations for something you didn't do, or they don't think is illegal. And as soon as they think it's illegal, then they tax you. By the way, this message was brought to you by Futurola. This is the Toad, the Mike Tyson Toad, the Futurola Tyson 2.0, the Toad terpene infused tobacco-free blunt wrap. I need a buzz, and it's not coming from the other things that I wanted in my life, and that's the harsh reality. I smoked away most of my profit. I have to be honest about that, just so I can feel comfortable in my own skin and not have PTSD and not flinch at everything that happens. There are going to be people that don't give a fuck about your story. You can tell that shit walking, because ain't nobody going to give a fuck till you start talking and doing something with your life. Bless up. If your reality, that's smooth, that's not even tobacco. It looks like tobacco, but it's not. This is hilarious. This dude's playing with his dog, and the dog's making him do the fetching. Fucking hilarious. That's another harsh truth. If aliens were to land, they would think that we were the slaves to the pets, going to work so they can eat. But if you care about something, right, all of a sudden you have the energy. That's what Saints Addiction was all about. It was like, you want to climb up? You want to do some pussy? It's 3 stories up the building. You got to climb up it? Okay, bet. Oh, you want to fucking get high? All of a sudden you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning going like, where's my cocaine? Ed, it's all of us. As soon as we get a chance, right? Bless up. We'll capture ourselves. Even right now, as I speak to you, I'm kind of doing it myself. Last time I smoked after the show, kind of fuzzed me up, and I just kind of sat there longer between joints and blunts and just be like, no, I don't need that. I don't need to escape. I might tell myself I need to relax. I need sex. I need sugar. I need food. I need an outlet. All I want to do is just chill. We talk to ourselves that way, and we're the only ones listening, if we're even listening. And that's why it's mostly saints, because no one is perfect. Nobody wants to sit there and admit their failures. No one's going to say, you're right, you outsmarted me. No one's going to say, you figured it out and caught me, or this is ridiculousness and I need to stop pulling this shit. No, we watch people do the same shit over and over, date the same bad boys. You want to be happy for her. She's getting on the back of the Harley till he starts beating her. And then she comes back with another black guy, and you're like, is it you? Oh, it's just that you keep dating narcissists? Is it you? Harsh reality, are you keep smoking weed? I do. And in my weed club and in my fantasy that I wanted to be a successful stoner, it hasn't happened. Haven't even sold one shirt of my successful stoner designs. And that's the truth. It's a harsh reality. And just like Captain Jack told me this morning, there's too many shiny objects out there, isn't it? Objects that you thought were going to grow dividends, and people you thought you were going to grow old with. Hell, you might even thought you were going to die together and be buried next to each other. They can unfriend you, leave you, forget you for the silliest things. Silly shit. And then you'll have to go back and tell everybody either your success story or the reason why you weren't successful. That's a harsh reality. Oh, hey, what's going on with your business? Oh, man, I fucking broke up with my girl. Already, you can feel the excuse train coming up. Choo-choo. Oh, yeah, I was going to lose weight. I'm on a weight loss journey. Meat. Toot. All of it. All the stuff that we say outwardly, but we don't do outwardly. We might have it internally, but we don't express it externally. And we see people express themselves externally all the time. They're singing, dancing, showing us how it's done. But most of us will get, that's not safe. I might get judged. I might lose money. But when it comes to all the hookers, all of a sudden it's like, there goes my senator seat. Senators be fucking exposed, bro. They be exposing themselves online, wiener. showing his wiener, you know? And that's what it is. It's a harsh reality that we're all human and we're all gonna make mistakes. Some of us regret having babies with the wrong person, you know? They might be grateful that they gave life, but they might be regretful for who they did it with. And I see it all the time, you know? Girls be on the trying to date somebody after they had 3-4 kids in their 30s and like, I'm looking for the man of my dreams. I'm like, well, didn't you go to sleep with him? You know, is that not the harsh reality? Like, how don't tell me what to do with my body? And it was like, sure, don't have sex. Tell your body what to do. Your body's making choices. You're fucking these dudes and you're regretting it. You got buyer's remorse written all over your face. And instead of being the person that was due diligent and read the contract, you're on some, oh, it's somebody else. Accountability is not mine. And accountability is such a fucking hard pill to swallow, bro. It's such a bitter, jagged little pill that we all are in our own undoing. Oh, man. That we got cheated by ourselves. That fucking sucks. You know, that my nose always runs every morning. It blows. Almost slept in some dog shit. That's real. And most people that are on this thing, I can get on a show, do my hair, you know, prepare notes. Shit, even have a production studio. Those people are doing better than me. He's only been out there for 4 months. Boom, hits it. It's complicated channel. Boom, home math. Boom, hits it. You know, and it's the only person I know that's making income from actual Gmail, fucking Google paycheck, you know, from YouTube is its complicated channel. And I don't even know him that well. I didn't even see his fucking W-2s. So, you know, you can say what you want, but the percentages of what's happening are not what reflecting the statistics. You know, we can see that we might feel hot streak. What the fuck are people doing? I don't know. You know, that we feel the machine's gonna hit, or some people do some weird shit. I don't even know what this person's doing, you know, but I'll be pulling up to people every time I'm around and be like this empty parking lot and someone just come through it instead of coming straight down the street. Anyway, weird things happen. The weird that I want to happen is to see myself, me personally, me versus me, see myself not get addicted to social media. After 7,000 posts, I was like, is this even worth it? He's right. I chased it for 10 years, 10 plus years, and didn't sell any shirts. I'm keeping all these domain names, and only now are they going to work. Only because we have site in an hour, and I got a little bit of a team. But guess who's not going to fund me? My millionaire buddy. Even on a handshake, even on a hug, even on a reminder. Harsh reality, bro. We're just friends, and that's on the end. He doesn't lend me money. He feels like it'll be a loss. My brother will be doing the same thing. My own flesh and blood brother. I've never asked a cent from him, but I already know what it is. You know, I know that kid. And that's a harsh reality too, that I'm going to be with my family and they're all going to be intense and emotional. And I just don't want to participate, you know? Like, I think that's where it's at for all of us, is to ask yourself, how much of this are you participating in? How much of this do you want to participate in, right? How much of this is your halo and how much of it is your horns? And that's a harsh reality to have, because you'll find out soon enough. Someone will leave you, someone will die, something will be not predictable. And that's what life looks like, a lot like it on a Monday morning motivation. I don't even like to call the show the morning motivation anymore. It's just harsh reality, man. And I just fucking be giving it out, and maybe too much of a diary too, and not selling enough shirts. So we're thinking about starting another channel, Inasec.ai, maybe just call it Inasec, and start posting videos from our AI library and things that we can do, and start offering it to other people, AI agents, other businesses that need, you know, sales reps, or need somebody to make a bunch of cold calls, or, you know, do those kind of things. Yep. And most of us have already built rapport, you know, most of us have already showed up. But just like my buddy said, not a 1 cent is getting cracked till you find the gold. And that's the harsh reality this morning. You know, you'll get left, you'll get lost, and you'll be away. And people will move on, not give a shit every day. like that's the normal. you know? But what's not normal is to flip the script on people. See if you can get over Saints addiction. Oh, I got a call. And get on Mostly Saints to see if I can't get a follow. So that's my morning marijuana motivation. My friend Ina is calling from Finland. I'll give her a call back. Let me decline it. And then I'm just getting off now. So peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever, in Finnish, as my friend just called me from Finland. You know, we need to talk. But yeah, we'll just go on into the future and move forward. And that's what I wanted to see people do. Find a way, figure it out, keep it moving. Peace and love. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao. People. About this bitch. We out here, smoke and review. Get yours too. Yeah, I sell this shit every day. All day.